Alright guys, good morning and welcome to another Alpha.fx market analysis. Today we start a new week and let's check on Friday what happened. If you remember, there was the Powell speech, the chairman of the Fed, on Jackson's Hole, and the speech was very dovish for the dollar, right? Very dovish. Dovish means that the comments and everything impact in a bearish way for the US dollar. So if we move here, let's go to DXY just quickly before starting. Here's exactly what happened. Jackson Hole. Look, this is a 15-minute candle, 0.70% down. Let's go to an hour. The hourly candle. The hourly candle was 0.97% down. Those are some really dovish comments, my friend. Okay, let's go. Let's start with our daily analysis. We go to the economic calendar. For today, we only have German IFO business climate at 10 a.m. That means that we're going to have some volatility at 10 a.m. on the euro. We're going to put here 10 a.m. euro. All right, that's the only thing for today. So if we don't trade the euro during the morning, we're not going to have any other volatility injection in the other pairs. So now we move on to the heat map. Let's go. Hope your weekend was good. It was awesome, in fact. Mine was really good. Family, friends, spare fishing in El Estrecho. Even we didn't caught anything. There was, to be honest, there was not that much life going on, but it was a good. Actually, I caught a lubina, a small robalo, but yeah, nothing worth celebrating. All right, let's move here. Let's put. All right, guys, let's start with your inputs. Yes, yeah, the AUD. AUD is the strongest. Clear consensus, AUD. And the weakest, yeah, JPY and gold. JPY correctly, and gold slightly, but mainly JPY. So let's put JPY. So, quick question: what do we have here? Two what? No. Yeah, two Asian currencies. What means having two Asian currencies? That volatility is going to drop during the day, right? We don't have any Western currency involved. So let's check other currency that might be tradable. Look, CHF is pretty bearish too. Only green against JPY, so let's put CHF. And New Zealand dollar, of course, is only red against AUD. So this is a new requirement in this specific point of our routine, is to include the screen cap for the weekly review. Including the screen cap of the Dixie lower time frame order flow, it saves us time on the weekly review, right? We do on Saturday or Sunday, it depends on your specific routine. So you don't have to scroll back through the chart, look for change the time frames and look for that. We just put it here and that's it. And then we can, by the time we get to the trade that we took, we already have a mental picture of how the market was at that specific moment, right? We had the calendar, we have the relative strength map, and then we have the Dixie order flow. So basically with all those three, by the time we get to the journaling of our trade, we understand under which circumstances we set the trade, right? All right, let's move on now to the Dixie. I am very tired, guys. I had a very bad night of sleep, so I apologize if I'm not as sharp as usual. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to the weekly. Let's start the, what is this? So, couldn't get more bearish than this, right? Look at this. Wow. Let's go to the daily. But yeah, look at this red candle. We're definitely going to take the low. Let's go to 16 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours. That's it. Really big bearish candle. 1 hour. Okay. So all this, most of this is what is called a fair value gap or imbalance or whatever. That depends on, let's see, hourly FVG. Hourly FVG, there we go. This is mostly air, right? It dropped so fast. So it's very probable that we're going to try to fill it at least 50% before continuing going down. Is that for certain? No, but it's very probable. what price also could do is exactly this. We already have a supply zone right there, and we have absolutely nothing here, just pure air. Yep. Or it could go just straight down. And if you ask me, the thing is that London boys or European boys didn't get the chance to short this because it was Friday afternoon, right? So for sure they're going to be shorting during London today, and then New York is going to continue that move, I expect, right? So yeah, let's put this on our document, process document. Doom. Let's write right here. Coming out now, right? Those comments by Powell. By Powell during his speech on last Friday. Okay. Now fourth. Now let's check the pairs, right? What do we have at this pair? AUDJPY, NCDJPY, AUDCHF, NCDCHF. Okay, so we're going to be longing those pairs. Let me entertain you. Let's go first to AUDJPY. We have a clear here zone, demand zone, right here. All right. Yeah, I actually like this. But again, it's two Asian currencies, right? So I'm gonna set this right here. Okay. Let me just check this like this. I'd like to know 9 pips is the hourly 30-minute average. So, and this would only be 7. Let's put it here. Let's put 9 pips and 18. But first, let's check the. We didn't check. Okay, bullish just became bullish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. All right. Well, we're just starting to be bullish on the 4-hour, right? The hourly must be really bullish, yeah. 30 minutes. Hourly. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's move on to NCDJPY, and then we're not saying that that trade is going to be taken, right? Just wait. Let me read the comments. All right. Yeah. Nothing. On the weekly, I don't fully like it. Definitely on the daily, I don't fully like it. Yeah. Okay, New Zealand dollar clearly is not our currency to be longing, right? Although even in the 1 hour, we have this demand zone. No, we have this demand zone. But with last week's rate cuts and everything, look, struggling to get there. We have this. The next supply zone would be this one. Check the 1 hour. Yeah, actually this is thinner, so. Mm. 0.85, so 0.9. I'm looking at the ATR, right? So in order for some volatility, don't take me out. I usually take at least the stop loss should be the ATR of the time frame I'm placing the trade, right? The time frame I'm executing, I'm identifying the setup. For me, in this case, the time frame would be Look, it's 11 pips on the hourly. Yeah, but then we have this. It's smaller. That's too much. Let's leave it in 9, that's the 30. Yeah, I think this is a good trade too, you know. Even in the higher time frames is struggling, and but if you ask me between the two, I stay with the AUD. I stay with the AUD because last week, if you remember, NCD, we had the rate cuts and not bullish at all. Okay, now we're moving to the AUD CHF. Check the weekly. Bearish as it can be. Bearish. Bearish. Yeah, not looking that bullish. Look at the amount of supply zone we have right above here. Not long in this. No way. And now let's go to NCD CHF. Oh, here we have this huge gap, fair value gap, or call it price imbalance, whatever. Let's go to the weekly. See how have room to the upside here too before it touches the EMAs. Not liking it at all, to be honest. No, look at that. No, look at that. No. Okay, if we actually need to take a trade, I think AUDJPY will be it. The next supply zone on the hourly is right here. Right here. So basically we have, let's see, yeah, we have space for a trade to play out. So yeah, this is gonna be the trade, guys. Exactly this one. We see we have like a very retracement right at the moment. Let me do a screen capture here, long position. Alright, that's our trade, guys, for today. So don't forget, or AUDJPY. So don't forget, or move your stop loss to break even at 1 hour. That's up to you. 1.5 hours. You want to take partials, but remember to stick to your rules, right? If your rules are to move your stop loss to break even after 1 hour is reached, do it. If not, don't do it. For me, it's high probability, so I rather take the risk and not being taken out because of some volatility, right, or some noise. We are many things that we're taking into account here. It's not just oh yeah, we went to the technicals and that's it, right? We're considering market sentiment. We're considering the higher time frame, the USD order flow to understand what can happen in the markets, the day of the week, the time of the day. So it's many confluences, right? This could go straight to our stop loss. You know what? We don't care because we play the law of big numbers. We play the odds. We understand the probabilities, and we know that in the big number of trades, probabilities are on one side, right? If you stay with a positive risk to reward ratio, reward to risk ratio, you'll be fine, and even more than fine. You can do like a lot. So guys, hope you start your week strong. By the way, I'm not tired only because I had a bad night's sleep, but also because today I started training for a half marathon, 6 a.m. I'm running every day 6 a.m. On the side, of course, I continue doing CrossFit, OCR and everything, weightlifting. So yeah, it's gonna take me a few days to adapt, but I'll be up again. Guys, take care. Follow your rules, follow your plan, and be enough at everything you do. See ya. Bye.